FBI may be getting involved over allegations of corruption at St. Louis City Hall. Mayor Tashara Jones is now asking the feds and the state auditor to investigate. Over the last week, Chief Investigative Reporter Lauren Traeger has been telling you about a city building inspector questioning if he was personally profiting off pandemic programs. She joins us with insight on what the feds might be looking into.
Until now, the city would only say they were conducting an internal investigation and that police were not involved. Well, now this letter from the St. Louis Mayor Tashara Jones asking for the FBI to investigate one of her own departments may take things in a new direction.
Here we go again. I hate to say that, but you know, there's things that happen in the city that need investigation, and here we go again.
John Davis is a former federal prosecutor in St. Louis. He says what First Alert 4 Investigates has uncovered warrants an investigation.
I just thought it was unfortunate that it was an expenditure of public funds that, for all intents and purposes, looks like it's enriching someone improperly, potentially illegally, and that's a shame.
Last week, First Alert 4 Investigates told you about 3 companies with ties to St. Louis City Inspector Adebanjo Papula. We've obtained an accounting sheet from the city's Comptroller showing just this year alone, Farce Construction, Maxify contractors, and Premier Finish contractors have been paid millions in public dollars for work they reportedly did to fix up private and public-owned buildings in programs meant to stabilize vacant properties. But some city property owners tell us they seriously question the work that was performed by those companies tied to Papula. And we've uncovered the dollar amounts may actually be much higher, as the connections could go back for years. Comptroller Darlene Green telling us late Tuesday she has suspended another $387,000 owed to one of the companies tied to Papula. She sent a letter of her own to St. Louis prosecutor Gabe Gore writing, quote, "The projects funded by both federal and local tax dollars show signs of fraud and abuse." Without specific knowledge of this issue, obviously, what do you think federal investigators might be doing right now?
Probably a record search. Bank records, phone records, tax records, things like that.
But if anyone else other than this city building inspector was involved, could they also be responsible?
Absolutely, especially in a federal system, because they have that magic statute called conspiracy.
No, I can't talk to you.
Papula, who was heavily involved in the programs and inspected the jobs, resigned Friday. He has not spoken to us. City officials, too, have so far declined our requests for interviews. The mayor, in her letter to the FBI, writing, quote, "My office and administration will open any doors needed for your investigation to ensure that any wrongdoing is uncovered and violators are held accountable." Davis says someone should get to the bottom of it.
If there's an investigation and a prosecution, you know, the jury will decide.
Certainly there could be a lot more to dig into as many questions remain about this. We have been digging through public records and continuing to ask questions of public officials, and we'll bring you what we find. I'm Lauren Traeger, First Alert 4 Investigates.